always said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Get us started with the opening kickoff. Fielded in the end zone, it's Jeffrey. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Looking downfield, it's Myers. Out of the backfield, he's open.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
From the gun, running back gets the give. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wide receiver. Now the play fake. Moving out of the pocket. Fires to the right. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And I tell you what, defensively, you want to set the tone, and you gave up a few plays, but bowed your neck, got a big turnover. That's what you dream about. You dream about forcing a turnover, especially on the first possession. Offense, it's your turn.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
And the Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. The Sooners lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. They just needed a few inches, and the defense knocked them down in the backfield.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. This offense has a 1st and 10. They are flat bailed out by the defensive penalty. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Sooners in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Rides the back and leaves it. Breaks into the open. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown Sooners. Excellent pass by the back on the option. That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
And he tacks on the extra point. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Looks like he's going to try to return it.
Right, not ideal. Right, not ideal. You're an offense. You want to get a good kickoff return, but you're starting inside your own 10. Now come out, set the tone, get some high percentage completion. You might not go with that script you had because you thought you might have a little better field position, but you just get some few first downs, get that first down right now.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Turay. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play is going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front 7, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
And the Bruins will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, working for the sticks. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
The Bruins will have it 1st and 10. They go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow. They don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill. Go get the running back. Get a tackle for a loss.
Back to pass. It's Meyer. Finds his big tight end. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
And the Bruins come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a 1st down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. And all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
First snap of this drive comes from the 32. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The give to the back. It's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Intercepted, number 19. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That's why as quarterbacks you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it up.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. One final play before the end of the quarter. Back to throw, it's Myers. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. First play of the period, first down here. Use the play fake, now to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
Now made the receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Rushes on him. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
That is just what the doctor ordered for any offense to start a drive 1st and goal. Let's it fly. Touchdown, Bruin. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, the running back has it. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 30. Inside the touchdown, Oklahoma. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the 2nd level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, every game in CUSA is so very critical. How about this one today? Louisiana Tech is down right now, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Ruston today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Kansas State. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward in a game that could shake up the CUSA race significantly.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Makes the grab. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
The Bruins moving the chains on the ground. They've had some great running backs there. Some have flown under the radar a little bit.
Yeah, guys like Jonathan Franklin. And listen, you can always find elite recruits and great playmakers out there in the Golden State.
Fires to the big fella.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Motion from the back. To the air, it's Meyer. Flips it out to the back. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the fast, low, and the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Bruins will go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. And the Bruins can really attack on this second and short. Scanning the field, it's Myers. It's complete. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
It's caught. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 and the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now.
Defense, what are we doing? How are you going to let that guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country, be wide open like that? You're just making it way too easy for the offense.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UCLA.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Takes the handoff. It's Fowler. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Moving away from pressure. That's reeled in. It's Harris. Knocked off his feet.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
And the Sooners come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. The Sooners line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. It'll be a draw. Turning it on. Finally out of bounds at the 21-yard line after the big run.
Oh, what a great play call. Sneak in the draw. The defense clearly thinking pass, flying up the field. No, sir. Little handoff, little sneak attack. Great play call.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
And the Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. Bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
3rd down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Touchdown Sooners! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Man, that is picture-perfect execution by this offense. That is how you close a half. Chewing up some time, getting in the end zone, a chance to tie this up and feel really good about yourself going into halftime.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. Looking downfield, it's Meyer. On target. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. 2nd down coming up. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Makes the grab on the left. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Finds his man. It's Touré. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football, and this is why they get it to him short.
Looking for the end zone. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking to throw on first down. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Oh, he wants it all. Snatches it on the right. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
You knew this first possession of the second half. It goes a long way deciding who's going to win this football game. It's tied, but this defense comes out. Great job setting up a third and long, getting a stop, getting the ball right back to their offense to create some early momentum.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Wants to throw. It's Myers. Quickly to the tight end. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, Dave?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He'll try to take it back. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
I love defenses that make big plays, that understand what they're trying to get from the offense, understand how to attack it, jump some of these routes, and make these interceptions. And then not only that, when you get the football, try to do something with it. Don't slide down. Don't take a knee. Try to bring that thing back to the house. You set your offense up for great field position.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Back has it. Wildcat didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Third down, red zone play, crowd alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the end zone. Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Bruin. The defense does the work itself with the pick six.
And that's a great job by the defender there, back in his own end. He knew he had to make a play. He jumped the route, caught it, and he takes it all the way back. Forget flipping the field. How about scoring a touchdown?
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
And now to try to put things in motion on second and long from the 15. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. With the catch, it's Harris. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
That's caught. It's Harris. Quick step and go. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass. Makes the grab. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Sooners come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He'll throw on third down. That's a fumble on the play. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced over.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Looking to pass. It's Meyer. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Man, a lot of coaching coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking left. Complete on the comeback. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down.
Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, UCLA. And they take it in for 6 more points. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being caught. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for space. It's Fowler. Got enough for the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
I tell you what, they're down, but they're not out with this guy. They keep feeding him. He keeps having success on the ground. Maybe I use this now to catapult, use some play action, make some bigger plays down the field. But the run game has not been the problem today.
Lost a throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Ball is loose. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the first down. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. They'll try the right side. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the middle. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. On the move, he fires. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
The Sooners send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And that punt will sail out of bounds. Let's see where the officials spot it. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Power football with the run. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Throws for the tight end. Working on the right. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They go back to work with a 1st down in the final period of this one. Looking for a man. It's Myers. They get to him as he throws. That's caught. It's Toure. And he's brought down after a nice game.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. Oh, and the attempt is no good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time, and you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Tosses it incomplete. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying to aim it, you really, really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do, but over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds us back in the middle. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Grabbed over the middle, it's Harris. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Pressure coming. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
They just keep firing. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Snagged in the middle. It's Toure. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Dropping back, it's Meyer. Looking down the middle. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. They get him on the ground. Didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something. something out of it.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
That's caught. It's Terrain. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
The quick out. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. And because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage throwing it to...
Snags it. And he will score. Touchdown, Bruins. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
Salt enter word, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw it.
Ball's in the deep ball. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. And the Sooners are in the hurry-up.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit there.
He's loose. He's at the touchdown, Oklahoma. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really...
Grabs it inside the 10. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. Looking to throw. A little release to the back. Touchdown, UCLA! And they take it in for 6 more points. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns. A 21-point cushion in the fourth. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When when you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
The give as they work on that clock. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Fires to the wideout. Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. They've executed well in the passing game. Big challenge from a team close to them. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. The Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He wants it all. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
When you get in the red area, as a quarterback, you got to be dialed in. You got to be really sharp, really crisp. You have to play with great timing. The field is so shrunk. Everybody's got such a little area to cover. Fitting it in tight windows is tough to do.
Makes a grab on the shot. He goes out of bounds. Big pickup on the play. It'll look nice in the stats column, but probably not enough to make a difference in the game. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Looking downfield on 1st down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And that one is picked off in the end zone.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get
trying to burn this defensive back. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field. Because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven, if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked in what this defense is trying to do.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's taking the shot. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the 1st down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college.
Touchdown Sooners! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
Let's get weird. This is exactly what they needed. They needed something to happen. Down 2 possessions, 4th quarter, got to make it happen. Onside kick team comes through.
So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Looking to throw on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Quarterback strolling away from heat. Ball